we've got the bringer of rain, former MVP, 3-time All-Star, Josh Donaldson is with us. Go ahead. You can carry the combo you were doing right into this. AJ thinks you should have made $1 billion in your career.
That's exactly. Josh thinks he should have made $1 billion. I wish he would have made $1 billion.
I wish I would have. I don't think that I should have, but it would have been a lot cooler if we did.
For real.
You were paid handsomely.
Yes. Hey, I'm very grateful for. Oops, my microphone just came out.
No, it's just your earpiece. You don't need to hear Kratz. Kratz asked you a question. I'll just tell you what he says.
Yeah, I have a really good question for him, too. I have a really good question, JD, because you're done playing now. When you were in the locker room in Oakland, because you did play in Oakland, not Sacramento, one of your teammates told me after you'd have like a nice 3-for-4 game, 2-homer game, Billy Beane would walk through the locker room and you'd go, should have locked me up before. It's going to cost you an extra $1 million now. True or false?
I mean, that's like a half truth, probably embellished a little bit. It would probably be more along the lines of not necessarily after a game. We probably had that talk once or twice, like because I went up to Billy a couple of times whenever I first was kind of breaking into the big leagues, and I was like, hey, right now I'll sign a 5-year deal for $5 million. He's like, no, Josh. He goes, I wouldn't do that to you. And I'm like, well, why not? I'm like, I gotta.
Because your war is more than that, Josh. That's why.
And then it turned into like 5-year. Hey, I'll do 5 for 25. Like, no, Josh, I wouldn't do that to you. So then when I actually started playing really well, when there was some talks happening, I was like, I think you just cost yourself some money.
Why would they want to do that?
I mean, I think Billy at the end of the day, he had his intentions and his plans, but I don't think he probably took me as being too serious.
No, not you. You would never say anything that was somebody couldn't take too serious.
Salvi did a deal like that. You remember Salvador Perez did like a really, really small one, and then eventually they gave him more extensions to kind of balance it out. Yeah.
But Longo signed before he even made the big leagues.
Yeah, they're doing that these days.
That's cool. I wish that would have been cool if they would have done that with me. That was cool. That would have been cool.
Hey, are you following what the Blue Jays are up to lately? They're trying to bring the mojo back.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're playing pretty well. I mean, I've been pretty busy with 2 kids and playing golf a lot, so I don't get to watch it that often, but they're playing really well from what I can see. And obviously I cheer for those guys in that organization. It meant a lot to me, so anytime they're doing well is a good thing in my book.
What would your advice be for a superstar on the Blue Jays right now on what to expect for the postseason environment? They're not that they haven't made the playoffs since, but this is different right now. They're probably going to win the division.
Yeah, and I mean, I think, for the last few years, I think they've kind of had those expectations to probably try to take that next step and win a division, right? And then do some damage in the postseason, and that kind of hasn't went to fruition. But this year, it looks like things are in their favor from what I hear, at least, and what I have seen. And I just know how on fire that city gets for Toronto baseball, and really the entire country of Canada is just massive Blue Jays fans, and I'm excited for them and excited for the players because it makes it very fun to come to the ballpark each and every day when you have that type of support from your fan base.
All right, game 1 is obviously going to be Joe Carter that's throwing out the first pitch, then probably Pat Henkin, but they're asking Josh Donaldson to come out to throw the first pitch for game 3. Do you do it, and how electric would that stadium be if you come out there?
I haven't even thought about that. That's a great question. I mean, I would definitely.
First of all, Bautista would be ahead of you. No offense.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Bautista would be ahead of him, Kratz. I don't mean that rudely, but Bautista, he could just walk out there, he just flip the bat, and then the catcher would have to catch the bat.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think Bautista is up there for sure. I mean, Bautista, obviously amazing player, great teammate of mine, and had huge years. I wouldn't step on his toes of saying one way or the other.
All right, I want to know this. People don't know this about you. You played third base, obviously, but you were a catcher.
Yeah.
How different is your life if you don't get out from behind the plate?
I definitely wouldn't have had the career that I had for as long as that I did. And not having to deal with pitchers all the time. I mean, come on.
True.
I mean,
That's
nobody
true.
wants to do that. I mean, it's like having 13 plus wives on a staff that you're just constantly having to deal with emotions all the time. So yeah, the mental stress of that is enough to probably keep you down, or to kind of keep you humbled to say. But for me to be able to move out to third base, I was always an infielder growing up. I kind of moved to catcher when I was in college out of a necessity for our team because we lost 2 catchers to the draft, and our coach came back because I was messing around right before I went to the summer ball, and our catchers were throwing like down to second base. I was like, that's it? Like, let me show you how to throw it down to second, just talking crap. And I was throwing like 1/8 down to second base, and I came back from playing shortstop in the Alaska League, and our coach was like, "Hey, what do you think about catching?" And I was like,
Kratzy,
if you need me to.
Kratzy, he's like the kid on certain websites that are throwing 1/7s out of nowhere, with no gear on, in front of home plate. They're like, "Watch me go!"
Well, you could actually check my footage, and you could check my statistics. I threw out like 40% of my base runners.
Oh, here we go. Here we
It
go.
must have been,
Yeah,
it must have been so good. Look, you moved to third base. You got better hair. You lost weight because you were fat when you first came into the big leagues, and you got faster. Like it worked out. You didn't throw 1/8. You were throwing out minor league dudes that had to run. Like, stop.
Actually, Elvis Andrews, I threw him out in the big leagues, and I threw out Ian Kinsler in the big leagues. Who's counting? I don't know, but I think you could actually go and check those pop times. They're pretty low. Go check him out. It would do you some good to get a little bit of education because the kid could sling it. Okay, the kid could sling it. It wasn't always on target, but I could sling it down there.
I like it. Hey, it's been a minute, not too long, right, since you called it a career.
Yes.
When you think about the career now, best decision you made, like one where you look back, you're like, that was the move. And is there any decision you made that you regret? It could be in any front. A team you chose to sign on with, a decision you made in a game, anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best decision that I probably made was whenever I went in 2011, I was kind of on the front of being like what they quote unquote in baseball 4A player. And I played the last month of the season out of necessity at third base because we had 3 catchers in the minor leagues in AAA, and AAA rosters are normally pretty tight. You don't have that many position players. I was like, hey, I'll go to third and go play over there. And I played third for the last month, played well, and then I thought that I was going to get taken off the 40-man roster, just because I've already burned 2. What do they call them?
Options.
I burned 2 options, and I was like, look, I need to go show some NL teams that I have some versatility.
Yep.
So I went and played in the Dominican Republic and played third base the entire time for Escogido, and first day of Major League camp, unfortunately for Scott Sizemore, but he blew out his knee. And I was able to kind of take that, get an opportunity to go over to third base. So that was probably the best decision that I made. And the worst decision, I mean, I'd probably be here all day. I mean,
no, you didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I probably one of my worst of like where I felt terrible moments is I remember we were actually in Toronto. I was with the A's, and Darren Oliver had he was pitching. I think he's like he pitched for like 20 years.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like at the end for him, and he threw me a little cutter in, and I missed it. It was a hot day in the dome, and you know how we use the glue sticks. And I went to slam my bat down, and it flew out towards the pitcher, and I almost hit him, and I felt terrible about that. And,
nice guy, too. Darren Oliver's a really nice guy.
I know, and that's what everybody had told. I felt even worse about it. So, I mean, hopefully, Darren, if you're watching this, I'm sorry still to this day.
Kratz, if you need to pay rent for your apartment and you're not getting anything for it, then you probably haven't heard of Built.
You have to pay rent every single month. Why not get some points that you can redeem for other things that are a lot more fun than paying rent, like flights, hotels, Uber rides?
That's right. And it doesn't stop there. Built is about making your entire neighborhood more rewarding. You can dine at your favorite local restaurants, and you can earn additional points with VIP treatment at certain fitness studios. And you can also enjoy exclusive experiences that are just for Built members. They announce them every month. Built is turning a monthly expense into an opportunity to earn rewards and discover the best that your neighborhood has to offer. Your rent is finally working for you, and you can earn points on rent and around your neighborhood wherever you call home by going to joinbuilt.com/foul. That's joinbilt.com/FOUL. Make sure to use our URL so they know that FT sent you. Get after it.
The A's are no longer in Oakland. You played in Sacramento.
Yes, I did.
When they were AAA. And now they're still AAA, but they're just the Giants.
Right.
What do you feel about Oakland leaving Oakland, and then also playing in Sacramento, where everyone said, "Oh, it's going to be so hot, they're going to die on the field," and they were playing all night games, and now they're like, "Oh, it's been cool, so now we need to move to day games more." What are your thoughts on the Oakland Sacramento situation?
I mean, Oakland. I mean, it was obviously that was my roots coming up in the big league, so I knew how passionate that fan base was about their team, and still probably are to this day. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's a huge market. This thing's killing me.
Yeah, we'll just take this.
Yeah, and so it is kind of, you feel like you're missing out on a team who's just, Oakland has so much history in the game of baseball. But at the same sense, like, the game's a business, right? So they're trying to make better decisions for the organization. I don't necessarily agree with them. But that's just kind of what it comes down to. And in Sacramento, when I was there, I've watched a few games there. They've made some big upgrades. We had no batter's eye when I was there in Sacramento. So like guys that were throwing left-handed at 84 miles an hour were blowing it past you. So I was kind of interested. And then I saw them put a batter's eye. I'm like, oh, cool. When the big league team here comes, you finally put a batter's eye in. And now guys are just hitting bombs everywhere. So when I played there, it was very fair to slightly unfair. Now it seems like it's a good hitter's place.
Yeah, for sure. And then you played for the Twins. They went through the selling everybody. You played for the Braves. You played for all these different teams. What stop was your favorite stop? And you can't say Toronto. I'm taking Toronto out.
Yeah, Toronto would be it. But, I mean, I had a great time in Atlanta.
People forgot you played for Cleveland.
Cleveland was fun, but I was there for a month. And they had already kind of wrapped up the division by that time. And they were kind of easing me back into it because I'd missed 100 games for a calf injury that year. And so, I mean, Cleveland was fun. I mean, I didn't kind of go into Cleveland feeling like I was like had a part for that team winning. So it's kind of like, hey, I'm here for the postseason. And then we got blitzed 3-0. And it's like, well, that didn't work out.
That's great.
So I would say probably Atlanta would probably be probably the and I grew up watching the Braves, being from the South and watching them play pretty much every day. So, I mean, that was a big joy for me to be able to put that uniform on every day.
Same for me. I grew up a Braves fan. And now you had a famous incident one time about sticky stuff. And you hit a home run and you yelled at a pitcher about sticky stuff. Now they banned sticky stuff. Do you think you'd be a better hitter now without sticky stuff?
I don't know. These guys they're pretty electric. I mean, from some of, I'm not like sitting here. I'm definitely not the guy that's sitting here like, oh man, hitting's way easier now. And when I was playing, I'm like, no, these guys it's electric. I mean, I saw a guy, just a clip of a guy who was pitching the fifth inning for the Reds, the relievers, on 102 with like a 92-mile-an-hour slider. It's like the game's changed, guys. And I'm sure if you went in that tent over there with some of the older players, they'd say, oh man, they can't hit today. Well, there's a reason why the guys aren't hitting 300 anymore, is because the stuff that is being thrown in there is exploding, and you don't really have even less of a margin today than what you did even 10 years ago. I remember when I was still playing, and I'm looking at clips 5 years previous, and I'm like, I can't even watch those videos anymore because the stuff's not the same.
True.
I got one for you on the Yankees. So This has been an up and down year for them. We talk about them a lot on this show, specifically related to Aaron Boone. I would say our show supports him more than most do. What was your experience like there? Do you feel like it's incredibly different to play in that environment versus anywhere else that you played, right? Because
I mean, New York is extremely difficult to play in, especially for myself. Like, I didn't really play that well. So whenever you don't play well in New York, you know that you're not playing well.
They let you know.
Yeah, they let you know about it. And it's playing for the Yankees. I'll just say this: every team hates the Yankees that you play against, right? And so versus other teams, like when I was with the Blue Jays, like we'd go into town and it wasn't like people hate it. I mean, we were really good. People probably didn't like us because we came in and played really well against them, and they were ready for us to leave. But the Yankees, they just have such a history in the game of baseball. They have the most fans in baseball. I mean, everybody wants to talk about the Yankees. and rightfully so. I mean, they have great players there, and like the history of itself, a big part of why baseball is what it is today.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go golf.
Okay. Yeah.
First of all, do you win the best outfit or the worst outfit? Because you're matchy.
It's all opinion, right? I mean,
that's why I'm asking you.
I went for it.
You did go for it.
I went for it.
I think it's working.
It is working.
Thank you. So well, then there you go. Then I maybe it landed, and my wife helped me pick it out, so I can't take.
If she likes it, then you like it.
That's right. So I can't take full credit for it, but I wore it today, and I didn't play. I played okay today. But I at least felt like I looked somewhat decent.
You look sexy.
Thank you.
All right, by the way, your home course here. You should win. You have home course advantage.
Yes.
Did Clifford beat you?
There's also games going on. There's a game inside. John Smoltz is commissioner.
Yes.
And we've spoken to him on this show multiple times. And he said, not only am I trying to win the pro, but he goes, I'm trying to beat Josh Donaldson.
True.
He said he heard it here first.
Yeah, he lost here today.
You smashed him today.
Yeah, I mean, he had 29 points. I had 34 today. I'm not like I'm counting or anything, but it's all fun. Though the biggest thing, and probably AJ could attest to this as well, when you're out of the game, what you miss the most is being in the clubhouse and the banter with the boys, and telling stories, and just kind of being in the boys club with all the guys. And then now a great event. Now you get to kind of intermingle all the sports together, and you get to hear stories from their perspective. They get to hear our kind of perspective on stories. So it makes it very entertainment. My head was literally hurting this morning because we had a little meeting last night. McCann had me laughing so hard my head was still. I woke up this morning I had a headache still.
You had a laughter headache.
Oh my gosh! I mean, he just cracks me up. He's one of my favorite teammates of all time. He's amazing.
All right, it's got a clubhouse vibe to this whole event and experience.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Well, great to have you on. Good luck both in the tournament and against Smoltz personally. Like, what is it? Yeah, so you beat him in day one. Are you doing total points against him or day by day?
We have like a 3 of individual bet every day.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So you made
you're
some
up
money
5 today.
About 5 today.
Boom.
Up 5 today.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, JD, good to see you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate
the time.
having me, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Good to see you too.
Good to see you, man. Thank you.
Yeah.